Good morning. This is the handle for my shower. Yay! It is not attached to the shower any longer. There's a little plastic piece inside there that broke. So I guess I'm buying a new shower handle or figuring out how to fix this one. But I can still turn it off and on. So we're going to have some turning off and on old school style here with a pair of channel locks. Anyway, that's good morning. It is Monday morning all over the place. It's going to be a great day because I get to spend it with Joel. So it'll be a beautiful day and a lot of fun. I can't wait because that's just a small thing that can be easily fixed, right? Yay. Well, good morning again. I am headed to go pick up Joel. I'm going to drive us today so that his family can have the car, a good car today. We are going to be going to Fort Smith Central Mall. Haven't been in an actual mall in a really long time. I walked through one quite by accident a couple of years ago in Atlanta to meet somebody for lunch because the restaurant was on the opposite side of it. But I haven't been in an actual mall in forever. But that's a place where people go to do their Christmas shopping. I was telling him the story about my dad. My dad was notorious for doing Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. Now, this is a man who was not sentimental at all. Birthdays, everything was really just another day. We wouldn't have had a Christmas tree if I hadn't pitched a fit every year. But so on Christmas Eve, he would get up and say, "Today you're going to take me Christmas shopping." So here we would go. And now I will say this, when I was in high school, he used to say, okay, we're going to go to Fort Smith or Little Rock, which was like a major trip for us. Now it's an hour. Well, Fort Smith's an hour and a half away and Little Rock's an hour. He liked to go to Fort Smith better because it wasn't as busy usually. But we would go to Montgomery Ward's or Sears and JCPenney's in McCain Mall or in Central Mall. And he would get my mother a microwave or something like to work with, as she would put it. And she's like, "That's not a gift. I don't want it. I want a present where you thought something sweet and sentimental." That was not my dad. But anyway, when I got into college age and older, it became my job to take him Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. And it was like a joke amongst my friends that I would have to take my dad. So we would get up and we would go. As he got older, he didn't want to go to Fort Smith or Little Rock, so we would just go to Russellville, and we would go to JCPenney's, and we would go to Walmart on Christmas Eve. Because somehow years ago he got my money, and I remember this coat. When I was probably maybe 7 or 8 years old, I remember him going to JCPenney's and finding this coat that was marked down on Christmas Eve, and he decided that was a day to get really good deals. And maybe it is, but I don't like the hecticness of it. But anyway, so we would go to JCPenney and we would go to Walmart. Now, this man had no idea what sizes my mother wore. He had no idea what she liked. So it was my job to do the pre-Christmas Eve trip reconnaissance with my mother and have her write down what sizes she wore of things. And she would get mad at me for asking because, they needed some therapy. We all needed some therapy back then, probably, but they needed some therapy. But anyway, so I'd have my little paper with everything written down on it, and off we would go. And he would get her something for Christmas. And then he would want to go to Walmart and get boxes of those chocolate-covered cherries to take to his aunts and uncles in the nursing home. He didn't see them all the rest of the year, but on Christmas Eve, we were going to stop and give them a box of chocolate-covered cherries. And then he would give me $20 for Christmas. That was my Christmas gift. Anyway, so I mean, yeah. I was thinking about this the other day, and probably this is some therapy level stuff too, but I had it in my head, I guess when I was in graduate school, I had it in my head because I started watching like home and garden television and Martha Stewart shows and stuff like that. I envisioned having this Christmas, like having this family, maybe not me having kids or whatever, but being like an auntie or something like that, and having, you know, I mean, it was a big deal to me to wrap packages in a particular way, and I would make my own, stamp my own wrapping. I mean, I really went all out for several years thinking, was trying to build this fantasy up in my head, and that's not what I have. I mean, yeah, I mean, I do and I don't. I've got a wonderful family of choice. I will say that. But my holidays are usually pretty small and quiet because they want to spend Christmas with their respective, you know, families. And so this year on Christmas, although I don't know what the weather's going to be like, I'm probably going to have a group of people who don't have anywhere to be on Christmas Day get together and go hiking or go eat lunch or something. I know the Indian place in Little Rock is open on Christmas Day. They told us they were, and so I don't know. It gives me something to think about as I mean, and I think part of that is why I haven't decorated for Christmas the last few years, because I had it in my mind that I was going to have this, I don't know, family situation. I mean, it didn't happen. And that's okay. I mean, it is what it is, and I love my life, but it does give you something to think about, because I look at a lot of the things that I have done and made and the craft things that I have acquired and stuff. I can see where I was headed with that. And, I mean, you know, the longer I'm with Joel, the more I will be folded into his family. But because it is a unique situation, I don't expect to be part of their holiday celebrations directly, right? And that's okay. It's fine, and I'm glad to have what I have. But I decided this year I'm going to have people that want to get together. Now, I don't do a lot of gift giving anymore. I used to make things for a lot of people and give them, and I don't do that anymore. In fact, really the only gift that I'm giving is to Joel this year. Now, I am going to give Marianne something because her birthday is also on Christmas Eve, and we did draw names over there, so I have Rory's name, and I'm going to give her a gift. So I have something I made for her. But this idea of this family-centered holidays are just harder for me, I think. And we were never that family, even when my parents were alive. My mom tried, because my mother grew up in a family where she had 4 siblings, and they all lived close together, and they did have, everybody piled into grandma's house, and it was probably not as idyllic as I would imagine, or as she remembered. I'm sure there was a lot of consternation at times, but that is something that is so utterly foreign to me in this lifetime that I don't even know what it would feel like to be part of that. I have been invited places, but I always, when you're invited into a person's family setting and their family doesn't know you, it just feels kind of awkward. So that's why I like the Friendsgivings, and that's why I'm going to start doing something on Christmas Day for people who don't have anywhere to go. So this year, if the weather is good, we're going to go up to Petit Jean, which is a local state park, and hike a little simple trail, and maybe do some yoga out on Stouts Point, which is a bluff that it's not a bluff, but it's an area where you can go out and look out over the river and the river valley, which is pretty. So, yay. I usually make taco salads on Christmas too, but can't do that this year. Well, I guess I maybe could. I could probably sort of make taco salads. I haven't quite figured out how to do ground beef in the air fryer, because it seems like it would be super messy. But that's a future me problem. Anyway, so I said all that to say I'm headed to go pick up Joel, and we're gonna go sell people magical things at Central Mall today. So yay! So we're at Central Mall in Fort Smith. I got my candy cane headdress on here, and they are set up here. So I am helping out today. So I will show you some of the cool things that they've got. Hey, what are we doing today? Where are we at?
Hi, we're in the mall. We're
Okay.
selling sticks and stones.
What mall?
Oh, the Central Mall in Fort Smith. Fort Smith.
The
Central
mall.
Right next to Dillard's and Route 21 and the elevator. And
haven't been in this
all
mall
kinds of fun stuff.
since I was in college.
Right.
So, you know.
I'm set up here selling sticks and stones. And
Yeah, I took a video
cute
earlier of
hats.
all this stuff, so yes. But I'm going to pester Joel because he told us something really cool about breathing in yoga class the other day. So I want him to explain that because I think y'all would find it interesting. So explain that.
Okay, so air, breath, oxygen is your main fuel. We think about food. You eat between, a human will eat, grown person will eat between 3 and 4 pounds of food a day, but you breathe between 30 and 40 pounds of air a day. So it's your main fuel. That's what drives you. If you're not breathing right, the quality of life goes down exponentially. And in the West, we tend to sit down and we're staring at our phones, and we've always got our chin to our chest, and we're looking down, and our normal posture should be up and out, space between the collarbone and the chin, and
You say that a lot in yoga
right,
class too.
I
to
do.
find
It's one of
space
my
between
cues.
your chin and collarbone. Yeah.
And one of the so like a mouse will breathe 120 times a minute and live for 3 years, and a turtle will breathe about 3 to 4 times per minute and live to be 300. So there's facts involved with this too. I mean, it's just a natural thing, and the better and slower and deeper you can breathe, and the longer you can breathe, the better it's going to be for you. In yoga, they say your life expectancy isn't measured in days or minutes or time. It's measured in breaths. So the slower and gentler you can breathe, the deeper you can breathe, the better.
Yeah, you were saying we don't really breathe deeply normally. We just kind of breathe from the upper part of our lungs. We don't ever get like a full oxygenated breath.
So it's like, I think 700 milliliters of air in your lungs, and we probably use about 200 because we go. So there's all this stale air that stays in there, and to really get that out, you have to take a deep breath and extend the exhale a lot. And then sip in and extend the exhale. So that's really pranayama, is what it's called in yoga. And there's lots of different breathing techniques. I mean, you could spend a lifetime just learning breath.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, that's all.
Thank you. I thought that was super interesting.
Yeah,
So there's
for
your
sure.
science sprinkle, a metaphysical science sprinkle today. We're having a snack. Great American Cookie Company.
So good.
So it's getting around towards 6 o'clock. So Joel went to get us something to eat. It's been a good day. It's been steady. The lady behind us sells beautiful belly chains. She custom makes them, and they're really beautiful. It's empowering the female presenting people to feel sensual if they want to, which I love that. So yeah, but it's been a steady day here today. So having a pretty good day. Joel gave me this beautiful wire wrapped amethyst point as a gift today. So custom wrapped it just for me. He said he was thinking about me when he was wrapping it. So yay. Anyway, so we are probably here for a couple more hours tonight, and then tomorrow I've got a workshop at campus. So woohoo for professional development. I'll show y'all these. These are petroleum. Some of these are petroleum quartz. They have petroleum in the matrix. So what happens is as the quartz starts to form, oil gets in the matrix and it puts that little pocket in there. And then that pocket is UV reactive. So you can see the glowing kind of orange, yellow glow, or orange, not orange, yellow, green glow there. And that's the petroleum that's in the matrix of the quartz. So, yay, isn't that cool? Yep, very cool. Petroleum quartz. We're done. Joel actually left his phone at the booth, so we got a little ways down the road and turned around and came back. I found out that my conference for the next 2 days has been canceled, so I'll actually get to come back with him tomorrow. I can't come on Wednesday, but he can use some help with tomorrow. So yeah, so cool. I'll get to come back tomorrow. It was fun. The lady next to us is really sweet, so it's good. It was a good day. We got to meet some interesting people and talk to a lot of cool people, and it was just really lovely. So that's one of the reasons I like to help vend, is I get to talk to interesting people and share what I know and learn new things from them too. So anyway, he ran back inside to get his phone, so yay. So good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, December 19th. I am headed actually to pick up Joel. I was supposed to be at a 2-day equity facilitator training this week at work. However, the presenter apparently has RSV, and I just had a feeling I needed to check my email yesterday afternoon while we were eating dinner, and that had gone up. So I'd gotten them one that morning about, okay, is everybody ready? How's it gonna go? Blah, 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 blah. And then apparently like 30 minutes later, the person contacted her and said, hey, I'm sick. But at any rate, so, which reminds me, I need to get my vaccines. I have not prioritized my health in that way, and I need to do that. Probably I'm going to wait till the Wednesday after Christmas when I've got a few days where I don't have anything going on, and go get my vaccines. I had COVID. It'll be 3 months since I had COVID almost, so I think that's a good window. Go ahead and get my COVID vaccine and my RSV and flu shots before I go back to campus in the spring. Anyway, so yeah, so I had an opportunity to go back with Joel because his partner is got to teach a class today, so they weren't going to be able to go anyway, so he was just going to go by himself. And so I said, well, I'll go with you. I mean, I had a great time. Just it's fun just to get to hang out with him and visit with people, and I sat and crafted, which is, I mean, if I were home, I'd probably be cleaning house or something, but that can wait. Who cares about all that? Anyway, my good friend Kathy is letting the dogs out for me, which I very much appreciate her doing. But anyway, so I am headed over to his house to pick him up, and then we will carry on back to the Fort Smith Mall and spread some more Yuletide cheer. So yay. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm wearing, this jacket my mother actually made for me many years ago. It's out of polar fleece. She made this beautiful lined, it's very warm jacket. My hat is the antler toque by Tin Can Knits. It was the first project I knitted when I started getting serious about knitting again about 5 years ago. almost 6 years ago, 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago now. It doesn't seem like that long. And then my shawl is the Impressionist shawl. It was a knit along by Helen Stewart in 2018, I think, 2018. So it was by far the most complicated thing I'd ever made at that time, and it was a picot bind off, which I know people have hard, strong feelings about picot bind off, but they elevate the piece. And because I'm a process knitter, it allowed me to learn a new process, and they elevate the piece. I've seen them without it, I've seen them with it. I surely prefer them with it, even if it takes extra time. And if I sound a little weird talking, I bit the fool out of my tongue yesterday. I don't know exactly how I managed that, but it hurts. And well, I mean, I was probably talking too much or talking while I was trying to eat. I don't know. Something unfortunate occurred, and I bit the fool out of my tongue, so it's sore today. But anyway, so I am headed to pick up Joel, and we will have another great day at the Fort Smith Mall. Yay! What do we do to kill time? We play with the merchandise. So I'm gonna put on one of these witches hats. I like this one. It's got a spider web and then a spider on it. That's super cool. It's got a pretty lining too. But this one's my favorite. I don't know why I like this one so much. Yeah. Oh, you're fine. I like this one. I like that red pocket. That's like fancy witch pocket. That's cute. I like it. Then we got a little owl. Super cute. Joel on the spot because I asked him a question about a crystal, and he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "I just want your opinion. There's no right answer." So,
Tabbies, they're flat and tabulastic, tabulous, tabu-wonderful.
Yeah.
I just like them.
So they're wider this way and narrower this way, but they're still six-sided. So they look like a tablet. Why do you like them? They just make you're always happy when you find
I
one.
don't know. I just think they're really cool. They're pretty rare. I mean, they're not a normal shape for quartz crystals. So
That's a big
I
one.
just like it. Yeah.
And you dug that one up yourself.
Yep.
Cool.
And it has nice lines on it.
Mm-hmm. So this is another form of quartz crystal. They don't always have to be the cylindrical ones. So these are called tabbies. And what did it say? Communication, because it looks like a tablet.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
And
this one's got a little child one.
Right, and it can stand on its own.
Yeah, it can stand up on its own. See? What do we just do that we've never done before? What do we do?
We went into the photo booth.
We did. There's a photo
That's
booth like
amazing.
right in front of us.
Right there.
So we thought,
It was super funny.
why not? Here's our photo.
The bottom one is the best. It's hilarious.
we live with joy, right?
Right? That's so good.
I love you.
Love you too.
Yes, we're disgustingly cute, and we do not apologize for that.
Not a bit.
Since my video from the last couple of days is a little bit long, I'm just going to do a couple of Angels and Auras cards, and then I'll do the rest of the cards that we need to go through on tomorrow's video, because I'm sure I won't have as much content. So we've got renewed connections. Relationships have been in a struggle are now in a space where healing can truly begin. You may have been experiencing tremendous vulnerability, and that is going to pay off. Your willingness to forgive, reach out and listen to the perspective of others. It has your angels holding their hands over their hearts with pride for you. Have faith that a place in your heart that you have opened for those around you will be filled with love. This card may also indicate you're receiving messages or signs from loved ones who have transitioned to the spiritual realm. Keep your senses attuned to receiving words of support and comfort from those who are no longer in the body, but are still very much in your heart and mind. Your angels, if this is inverted, your angels have great compassion for the experiences you've been through. It can be difficult to heal fully when our emotions, spirit, or boundaries have been mistreated. When this card is inverted, it is important to remember that forgiveness isn't for other people so much as it is for yourself. The universe is encouraging you to release old grudges, sadness, or fear that isn't serving you. If you're trying to reach out to a passed over loved one and that's not going well, consider making a shift in your current emotional state. Color activations are orange and turquoise. Orange energy is activating the natural counselor inside. This energy will help you navigate any relationship dynamic. The radiant turquoise light will help you release any ill will or feelings that are holding you back from deep healing. Okay. The next one is see the humor. Sometimes the universe likes to surprise us. From curveballs to change plans, you've become a master at adapting with a joyful perspective. Laughter is the best medicine, and your knack for helping others see that as a true gift. There may be those around you right now who are pretty grumpy about life. Try to help them see the humor in their situation. These kinds of actions raise the vibration of the planet. This is part of your life's purpose. When this card is inverted, life may be feeling like a roller coaster with many ups and downs. It can make you laugh, or it can make you a little sick to your stomach. Sometimes you just have to laugh. Has it occurred to you that your guardian angels have a sense of humor? Where is the absurdity in your situation? Can you find something about it that at least makes you giggle? This too shall pass, but in the meantime, try to laugh about it. Color activation is light and dark green. Light green is the epitome of joy. This energy will give you a playful approach to all troubles and concerns. Dark green will help you see the messages that the universe is trying to convey. Okay, very cool. Okay, so that's where I'm going to end this, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow.